It was like I couldn't move. I had no reason to move. I had no motivation to do anything or see anyone. No one wants to be around me. It'll be easier not to be here. I'm not happy. Nothing good is going on in my life. I can't smile anymore. There's no point to it. This is just a glimpse of what is going in someone's head who is depressed. Little did I know my older sister was going through depression. Depression is a condition in which a person feels discouraged, sad, hopeless, unmotivated, or disinterested in life in general, claims ADAA in 2016. In an article from National Alliance on Mental Illness in 2016, they state, depression is more than just a feeling sad or going through a rough patch. It's a serious mental health condition that requires understanding, treatment, and a good recovery. Depression is a critical medical illness and is more prevalent in our world today than people may realize. The causes, symptoms, and treatments are different for each person with depression. Depression is one of the most common mental disorders in the United States, says the Anxiety and Depression Association of America in 2016, claims by Healthline by Anne Petrago in 2016. 350 million people worldwide suffer from depression. ADAA in 2016 states, as many as 2 out of 100 young children and 8 out of 100 teens may have serious depression. Women are more likely to be affected by depression than men. Harvard Health publication in 2016 states, genetic vulnerability, hormones, and environmental stress all contribute to the development of depression in both men and women. Researchers have only limited success in identifying biological factors that make women more vulnerable to depression. Some of the factors that have been identified are hormones, stress, and women are more likely to think things along more and are more prone to stress. According to National Institute of Mental Health, in 2015, an estimated 16.1 million adults aged 18 or older in the United States had at least one major depressive episode in the past year. This number represented 6.7% of all U.S. adults. According to Healthline by Anne Petrago, in 2016, depression doesn't have one single cause. Depression can cause brain chemistry, hormones, genetics, and personal risk factors may all play a role. Depression needs recognized as one of the most prevalent mental disorders in the U.S. by becoming more informed about the symptoms is very important. Just like with any mental health condition, people with depression who are going through a depressive episode experience symptoms differently. But for most people, depression changes how they function day to day. Stress states NAMI in 2016. These symptoms last within a few weeks can show signs that someone is depressed. There can be emotional or physical symptoms in which might show this. According to Healthline by Anne Petrago in 2016, some emotional symptoms might include extreme irritability over minor things, anxiety and restlessness, anger management issues, loss of interest in favorite activities, fixation on the past or on things that have gone wrong, or thoughts of death or suicide. They also say some physical symptoms might include sleeping too much or not sleeping enough, debilitating fatigue, increased or decreased appetite, weight gain or weight loss, difficulty concentrating, making decisions, or unexplained aches and pains. Through a better understanding of depression and its symptoms, we can help people realize that there is hope for people with depression. Depression is a treatable issue, states University of Maryland Medical Center in 2016. WebMD in 2016 says, excellent treatment options are available when you are diagnosed with depression. Most treatments for people with depression are antidepressant medication and counseling, says Anne Petrago in 2016. A lot of the time, both is recommended, claims by Healthline by Anne Petrago in 2016. For severe cases, electroconvulsive therapy (ECT) may be used. ECT is a procedure in which electrical currents are passed through the brain. Depression affects millions of people and is caused for a variety of reasons. The physical and emotional symptoms vary for every person along with the treatments. Depression is a critical medical illness and is more prevalent in our world today than people may think. Depression can happen to anyone of any age, race, or gender at any time.
Are there other treatments that people can do other than what you mentioned?
There are other treatments people can do. It just depends on how serious their illness is. But the two main treatments are the medication and the counseling.
Are there other physical or emotional symptoms than the ones you mentioned?
Yes, there are other symptoms. How a person affects them emotionally or physically, it depends on who they are and how they respond to it.
Do you think depression is caused by more than one cause?
I think depression is caused by more than one cause. It depends, again, on the person and who they are and what they're going through that caused the depression. Do you guys think, are you guys surprised that women are more depressed than men?
Yes, I am, from the standpoint that when you hear about suicide, it's typically men from depression. You don't hear as much about women.
Were you guys shocked of how many people go through depression and how prevalent it is in our world today?
I was a little bit. I thought the number that was there, but I didn't realize how big the